Cassette UK here again. Just another quick update video, some pickups. I did mention last pickup video I was considering getting an Everdrive. I didn't think I was going to get one until next month, but I did manage to get one this month. I ordered this from GP Turk store in Germany. It was just over £100. I think I got the one with the USB interface at the top. I think there's a button there. I'm not really sure what that's for. I think it's for Master System support or something. I don't know, you press that button and Master System games work or something. I don't quite know how that works yet. And obviously you've got your SD card, just goes on the top there. I've got a bunch of games already on that. Let's plug that in. Switch it on. So you get the standard menu and you can navigate the file system there. So I've got all the ROMs in the MD folder. Let's try Golden Axe. Pretty quick. One thing I noticed, this seems pretty slow. It's because it's running in NTSC mode. So I'm just going to reboot this. And then I think somewhere here you've got a menu. That button. Okay, C. Press C to get a menu. Options. There you go. You can see it's NTSC. Just put that to PAL. And I think that should do it. Still NTSC. Right, I've discovered that what you've got to do is press the C button when you're over the game. It goes into the options and use A to select, change that to PAL. Originally it's on NTSC. B to exit, B to exit. And then on the game itself, just press start. If you press A and then do it that way, it starts off NTSC. You can hear now that's faster. That's better. That's as I remember it. Let's go for the one. Quite like that flaming dragon, that's quite a nice effect. Awesome. So I can do that, there's some sort of jump attack you can do, isn't there? I can't really do it now. The run, jump, that's it. I love this game. This is pretty close to the arcade. I always loved the Megadrive version better than any of the other versions, really. I think the Amiga and ST versions were pretty much a bit of a letdown, really. Try something else. I did see Double Dragon. I've never played that on the Mega Drive before, so I'm just going to give that a go. See what that looks like. Double Dragon. I'm going to do the same thing I did before. I'm not sure it's going to. Ah, it's still on PAL, that's alright. And start. Hey? Oh, hang on a minute. Reset. You can't just press start it. It loads, if you press start, it loads the ROM that had already copied into its own EEPROM or whatever. You know, either one you previously selected. So if we go in there, Double Dragon. So I'm not sure what's going to go on with the region here. Soon find out. Select and start. Seems alright. Oh, I'm surprised that looks as good as the arcade version. Pretty much. Excellent. This is miles better than the Amiga and ST versions. Ah. Once you master the elbow move, you can pretty much complete the entire game doing that. Well, you certainly can in the arcade version. But it seems to be a bit harder on here. Well, because I'm not used to the Megadrive joypad. That's not bad, it's not a bad conversion, this. Just play a bit further until I get to the some of the weapons. So I'll just see what the knife... Got the knife and the Bobo guy, barrels and stuff. Before I make any judgments. This is basically how you play this game, you just elbow everything. To throw people, that's pretty good, that's just as soon as the arcade. One of the things I didn't like about the Amiga and ST versions on this is the completely lame character models they use. You know, I know the hair's emphasised on this, they've got the sort of bushy sort of hairstyles, but on the Amiga and ST versions, that's absolutely god-awful sprites. The rest of the game looks okay on those systems, but they just really made such a mess of the main characters. It makes you not want to play it when you see what they look like. They certainly don't look like hardcore fighting guys. Oh, wrong way. Should be a knife guy somewhere around here. Might have to beat the Bobo first. God, he's taking a few hits. I'm playing crap here, isn't it? Come on. Got it. Yeah, just like the arcade. Same place, positions of characters and everything. Awesome. Oh yes, you will have a barrel. Can you kick the barrels? I'll try and kick the damn thing. Oh shit. I've got to admit, it's not that easy on the Megadrive joypad that I thought it would be. It's just kind of use the button placement. Try to kick that. Let's jump. Okay. Here, have that. Right, let's give something else a go. Desert Strike, that was always one of my favourites on here. It's a 1 meg one. Make sure it's in PAL again. What is that? There must be a way of changing that default there, because that is annoying me already on this Everdrive. I need it to default to PAL. Select and start. Good. Okay, well. I thought there was a strafe on this. Is that one of the 6 buttons? I just remember being able to strafe when I had this. Probably had a 6-button controller, I think. But only got a 3-button controller at the moment, so that probably explains that. Where did that guy go then? Shit. someone over there. Oh, there he is. Sweet, okay. Let's try something else. Drive. Buck Rogers, that was an awesome game. It's not very good graphically. I forgot what it was. I bought that. I went to town and went to the desk, the sales desk or whatever, and said, I was pretty new to the Mega Drive, so I was just asking really for advice on what was really good and good in-depth sort of gameplay and stuff, and some guy recommended that. I took it home. I was seriously pissed off when I plugged it in. I'll show you actually. Select the start. Just because I wasn't that impressed with the graphics, everything was, for me, I thought back then, if I just start Desert Strike again? No, I haven't. No, again. Yeah, the graphics I thought were a bit lame for Mega Drive, and even the sound when you first go in. I was like, what the hell is this? But it's really good. If you're into Final Fantasy type games and things, it's a similar sort of thing. Where how do you do this now? I can't remember. Alright, so you create a character, male, female, tinker, what was that? Oh, okay, right, classes, species, that is. Human, rocket jock, female. Reroll stats, okay, yeah, so it's an RPG this, that's a pretty good stats, let's stick with those. Yeah, so you sort of create a character, you can form a party. What do you want to look like when you run around? Well, I'm a woman who's big on. Career skill. Right, okay, so what I want to train in? First aid's a good one, I reckon. Ah, okay, you've got some of the points. Demolition. Programming. Fast talk. A few more into these ones, I think. C to continue. Save game, store game. And this is one of the ones that used the battery backed best RAM or whatever it was. Big Adventure again. Yeah, so as you can imagine, I got home, expecting some really kick-ass graphics and music for the Mega Drive to be greeted with this. I didn't think it was much cop really, but I stuck with it, and after you play the first few minutes of this and you get used to the turn-based sort of combat and stuff, it really starts to grow on you. I think I played this all the way through to completion. It's a good game. Highly recommend it, despite the basic graphics and sound on first pass. See if we can get to a combat situation somewhere here. There he goes, an enemy. Can't remember how you do this. Right, so yeah, you can see my group, my party. I've got more than one character, and as you go through the game, you get more sort of characters that you can control. So I can target and move. Let's target. And you get different types of attack, different weapons and all that sort of stuff, different skills. Not sure if you get loot. I'm assuming you probably do. Let's see what happens when we kick these guys' ass. Yeah, so you get experience credits. Oh, there we go. Loot. 5 laser pistols, like I'm going to need those for my one person. How'd you do that? Okay. Anyway, right, let me just try something else. I'll give one more game a go. What else is... I've got to give Outrun a go. Splash wave.
Get ready.
It's looking good already. Fantastic, it's not bad that. I don't think I've ever played the Megadrive version of Outrun. I'm quite impressed with the graphics. Made a low gear, man. Where'd you go up? Oh, it's down, ironically. I think that's the same as the arcade, wasn't it? Down to go into high gear. This is another good conversion. I'm impressed with how the Megadrive's pulled this off. Really. It sounds pretty good. Graphics are great. The speed's not bad. This is the other pickup that I received today, the Neo Geo MVS. I think it's a 1FZ, I think it is. I was surprised at the size of this. It's like really small. You know, I'll compare it to this Megadrive game box. I mean, you can see it's about the same size actually. You know, sort of depth-wise. It's not particularly big. Obviously, it came with a plastic mount sort of bracket and stuff, and bits that go underneath to hold the board to this. So I'll clean that up. Board needs cleaning up. Couldn't remove that glue off those caps. It looks god awful. Not even sure why they put that on there. To be honest, they seem to have glued all the caps for some strange reason. I thought maybe they were trying to cover them up, but you know, to stop leakage. But I mean, that wouldn't work anyway. When these things start leaking, they leak from the bottom, and if you were stupid enough to put something on top to stop the can expanding, they probably explode. I'll need to replace that battery. It looks like an original. It doesn't look like it's been replaced to me from the solder contacts underneath. So I'll probably put a lithium-ion rechargeable on there. But other than that, you know, in a bit of a dust, the board's in very good condition, so I'm pleased with that. You can see they're connected up to the super gun that I showed you the other day. That works fine with this ATX power supply. That's with the Neo Geo powered on with no carting. Apologies for that fan noise. It's well, the power supply needs a new fan. That's why it's the bearings in its shop, making quite a bit of noise there in the background. Hopefully I'll get the cartridge for this tomorrow so I can give it a whirl. Also waiting for the Neo CD controller for this as well, so I can't do much until I get one of those. But what I'll do, if the game arrives tomorrow, I'm not keen really to see if this is working. What I'll probably do is look up the pinouts of these D connectors, or the jammer connector, and I'll probably need short from ground to, you know, fire button or something. Got the coin button on here, so that's not going to be a problem. But I should just be able to just short enough pins out there just to get a game to start. I won't be able to play it, but that should do me for testing really, just to see if the cart's working, if there are any problems with this. But I don't think there are. Obviously I'm going to replace that at some point as well, the EEPROM there, with a what's it called, Universe BIOS. I think they're on 3.2, is it, or something, 3.1, I can't remember. But that kind of appeals to me because you get all the cheats and things built in, and you can switch between AES mode and you know, for sort of the home consoleized sort of versions of games. You know, they're slightly different. They don't need the coins and things. You get a select and start button which should map to your control pad and things like that. So I'll have a play around with that when that arrives, and I'll do another video hopefully tomorrow. Fingers crossed. Thanks for watching. Cheers. See you.